All right, y'all. So this is going to be lecture 3-1. I'm going to cover a couple other things, and then we're going to get into your milestones. So we're going to be covering doors, windows, and stairs in this one. So I'm going to take a minute just to hop into here and start building an exterior wall. Um, we'll just start with the 8-inch again. So again, just to repeat the process, uh, I'm going to start with an exterior wall just by duplicating the exterior wall that's, or just the generic 8-inch wall that's in Revit. Once this opens, I'm going to find the wood joist with bat rafter. For a stud, for thickness, I'm going to do 5.5 inches because that is an exterior stud, or yeah, exterior stud. All right, so we're gonna move this up. We're gonna move this up. We're gonna insert another one, and then we'll insert one more and move it down here. This will be our interior finish. So of course we're gonna just find gypsum real quick in here, and then we'll do 1/2 inch for that. We'll get our substrate, so we'll need sheathing. And just to make it simple, I'm just going to do 1/2 inch for that. This will be substrate, this will be membrane layer, and then this will be some kind of exterior treatment. Do we have any panel siding here? I have to load that again, huh? Yeah. All right, so create new material. Again, default new material, rename to we'll just call it siding. Actually, I guess it'll figure it out when we open this, huh? Because it will, I think it'll rename it. Let's see what happens. So we'll sign that. Okay, yeah, it stays with siding as the name. Okay, so apply. Okay, so we have just a generic wall set up here. If we want to get crazy, we could probably do default. Yeah, just default. Default's fine. I was thinking there was a default for that, but I guess not. And we'll call it a 1/4 inch, or sorry, 1/2 inch. Just so I don't have to think about anything. All right, so we've got our exterior wall set up here, so I'm gonna hit OK, apply, OK. You guys are gonna want to like do this whole process, so couldn't hurt to get used to it. So for this, I'm gonna do, make sure it stays upright here, 10 foot. 10 foot, and I'm just typing this in. Obviously you can also just bring it out to the right length. As you zoom in, you see it'll snap to finer and finer increments, so if you zoom out to the right length, you can quickly just snap to a foot. That's always handy. And it was at wall centerline. You do want to check on that too, so I'm just double checking all of mine are exterior facing, so we're good to go on that. And then also, real quick, I'm going to throw a ceiling on here. We'll edit this, and again, we will duplicate it, and this will be interior ceiling. We'll edit this one. There we go. We're going to change the finish from the acoustic ceiling tiles to gypsum again. And yeah, 5/8 is fine. I don't particularly care about that finer point. And then we'll click there. And again, that's the message that we usually get when we place things that are outside of our view. I believe I pointed out to everyone at this point, but just to cover that, watch out for these little pop-ups in the corner. All right, so that's my ceiling. We have the walls, we need a floor, and for this, it's fine if you just use the wood joist, the 10-inch wood joist, and we will fill this in on, again, the wall center line right here. So couple minutes, and we very quickly put together, let me open 3D view, tile, let me change these to up to level 2, and then we'll throw a lower on level 2 as well, at the top here. So architecture, floor. For this milestone and project, it's fine if you do this. I do allow it for this. Oh, well, oh, I switched to the wrong one. Do I have 2 there? Yeah, I had 2 there. Okay. Should have been able to tell by how it was highlighted. That was my bad entirely. Okay, so rectangle, center, center, boom. Okay, so don't attach, and then again, we'll let my pedantry get the best of me, and we'll pop this up an extra half inch. Oops, that was a weird number. Half inch. And there we go. So we have a small space right here. It's just a 10 by 10. Actually, it's smaller than that because it's wall center line. But we have this space here, and we need some way to get inside of it. So Revit has doors and windows as their own little selection area here. So if you click on door, just like with everything else, you have properties here. You have a whole bunch of options here. These are what are called families. So each one has its own family, and we'll kind of dive into this deeper later. But there is a whole system where these can be sort of managed and have specifics about them uh, sort of adjusted and tweaked in different ways. So if I wanted to create a new one here right now, that list I've already jumped off of it. So you see you've got all these different sizes here. In theory, with the Revit families, you'd be able to take this same family. There's 132 by 84. So yeah, so in theory, we should be able to take this, edit it, and so then right now we're editing the family single flush, and then we can duplicate this and call this one 32 by 80. And then we would only have to adjust the width right here. 32 is not working in my head right now, but pretty sure that's 8. 24, 6, and 2. Yeah. Okay. So we would be able to create that, and Revit will just figure out that here are the dimensions of this door, and it will build that all on its own. Additionally, just like everything else in Revit, you have door material and frame materials here. Right now it's this wood panel. You guys, again, hopefully we have the material browser issues worked out by class on Thursday. So if I theoretically wanted to, I could come in here and I could change the materials for this door and the frame through all the same processes that we did with everything else here. There's other information here. Not all of it's the same between all doors, but just gives you an idea of what's available here in Revit. So I've got my new door here. Again, you guys don't have to do that part. That was just me kind of skimming that real quick while we were there. So here I am in level 1. I can hover over the walls here in the 3D view as well, but I think it's just a lot easier to set them here in the actual floor plan view. We have a couple options when we do this, so you can see right now when I hover over the wall right here, it's going to snap to the center of the wall. It'll also snap to different distances from there, just again based on view like I did with the walls. And as I've told you guys in the previous class, it's always nice to leave a little bit of a space right behind the door, just for framing and so that your door handle or your door can open all the way. When you have it sitting here, depending on which side of the wall you move your mouse to, it will adjust itself to. So I'm going to put this door right here. Where you put yours, if you're messing around with it now, is completely fine by me. Once it's placed, I can hit escape and get out of that, and then that gives me this option right here where I can select it, and then I can do different adjustments to tweak it different ways. So if I was to enter this as 6 foot, it would move this distance to 6 foot and adjust the other side accordingly. Similarly, I can start hitting spacebar and it'll cycle through the different ways that this door could theoretically open. So you do have some options there regarding what's going on. And then just like if you were to adjust it later and you wanted to change something about it, just changing it here in the properties, you saw it just got a little bit wider there. Oh, this does have one little issue that I didn't, yeah. Well, it's a weird custom door, so it is what it is. Alright, so that's placing doors. That's literally the whole process. That's why I told you guys this lecture was going to be a bit short. So I'm just jamming some other stuff in here. If you want to load a family, when you are in the appropriate menu, so go to architecture, door, load family. You guys should have this. I double checked on a couple computers the other day in class, and I think most everyone has these. You will load in under English Imperial, which is the standard non-metric stuff that we use in America here. Um, and you will have a menu here for doors. If you go into doors, you will find a whole bunch of different options here. I find it really easy to use the up and down arrows to cycle through these. And then you have other folders here for just different options. So if I wanted to load one of these in, like let's say that I want to use this door for my project instead, I would click open to open this family. And then it's going to give me this list, and these are all the different models for that family. Just like how this single flush door up here had a couple different sizes, this has a couple different sizes too. It's not going to load all of those into your project for memory reasons, so typically it's just best to get a couple sizes that you would prefer. You can click on one and hold down shift and choose different ranges here, or you can hold down control and just choose individual ones. I'm a big fan of 34-inch wide doors, so we'll just get all the 34-inch ones. So we'll load these in, hit OK, and in a second you have just those three that I loaded in there. Now something else to keep in mind is when you are loading doors, you cannot load anything else. It will throw an error. So if I go in and try to load windows, really? Really? That shouldn't have happened. Oh, am I on Windows? No, door, load. Maybe I just got one that allows for some reason. Because maybe it was the skylight. It shouldn't allow that. It shouldn't allow this. Or at least it hasn't in the past. That's weird. So try not to load windows into your doors, I guess. And then same thing with windows. You can place windows. We'll see. We'll try the door thing again, but don't do that. Don't load the wrong family into the wrong thing. It just gets confusing. We'll double check while we're here. It's never done that in the past, and that again, don't do that. So when you're loading in windows, you have basically the same interface. It's easier to place them here in the floor plan view, but you can also place them here in the 3D view. And this kind of helps if you're trying to get very specific arrangements of windows kind of in a vertical order like that, because it's kind of hard to place them here in the plan view. If you're not trying to do something weird and crazy, by default they all come with a sill height of 3 foot. Head height, I believe, is the one constant. Let me double check on that. Yeah, so sill height, well, that's not the same. Sill height 3 foot. You can't do that because it's a different height. Oh wait, width, height. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Okay, so it does adjust these dynamically. I thought that was more static when it. Typically, the head height should be at 7 feet though for most windows. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna place this here, and there's my window, and then we'll do like 2 decorative ones just for fun over here in 3D view. And then, like I was saying again, you can see the problem is they're hard to line up. So if we do 2'8", and then 2'8". All right. Wow, I actually got that one pretty close. And then we can move it up if we want. Right there. Okay. So again, same idea here with Windows. You should be able to go here, load family, and load other windows in. Let me try door. Yeah, it's not supposed to let us do that. That's weird. Maybe there's a reason we can do it now. Let's see. So again, if I wanted to load a fancier window in here, I'm just going to load one for time. We can place that window here in the plan view. And again, make sure that your mouse is towards the outside with windows. Whenever you double check on a window, make sure that the double arrows are on the outside, indicating that that's facing the exterior. So these ones right here are incorrect. I can just also hit spacebar instead of clicking the double arrows, and it'll switch the side that they're on. The last thing I want to show you guys for this is going to be stairs. You aren't going to use it for your milestone, but you will be using these um, for the project itself that will go along with the milestone. So we'll do a set of stairs that wrap around the left side and back of this. So Revit has a tool for that right here. It's this stair. And then we have a couple settings that we're going to go through as we start. Obviously, we have just from the top, well, we have a couple different types. I'm just going to go with this generic 7-inch by 11-inch kind of standard one. We have a couple things to check out over here. So base level is level 1, top level is level 2. So again, this flight of stairs is only going to go level 1 to level 2. You guys will have something a little bit more complicated than that in your project, so be ready for that. Um, we have a couple settings up here. Offset, which will determine how far from where we draw the line the stairs will be offset by. And then we have an actual run width here, which determines how wide the stairs are. And then I typically leave the automatic landing on. That kind of helps in drawing everything. And then finally, there's the location line here. And this is kind of the most important thing you want to set, because the run is actually going to, where we actually draw the line. Um, sorry, the location line is where we draw it, and then typically we want to choose one of these options here. Now I'm a big fan of doing one of either the left or right and dragging it along a wall. So I'm going to choose run right in my case, and I'm going to go to my level 1, and I'm going to snap it to this corner right here, and I'm going to start drawing back. And as I do that, you see right here below where the mouse is, it says it's got the number of risers created and how many are remaining. So as I move it further out, it starts snapping in new steps here, and then it subtracts from that total. So I know I've got 6 remaining. I've drawn 12 at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here, and that's going to draw that first set. And then I'm going to come back to here. I'm going to come over to this spot right here, and I'm going to continue drawing. And Revit's going to go, oh, well, there's a weird gap here. Maybe he wants a landing, because that's exactly what I want. So now we have this stair that's basically flush with this wall because I chose that right run. It has a landing right here, and it comes up to the top. And then I'm really bad at doing landings, but let's see if I can get this one right. I'm just going to basically choose the landing tool that was up here, and then we'll try and snap it to right there. What is that, 3'2"? So let's see if we can get 3'2" by 3'2". Nope, it's gonna be weird. And this is just like drawing with the floor tool or the ceiling tool that I showed you guys. So it's just using some of these sketch options and then moving lines around until we complete it. So I'm gonna do 3'2" and then green check mark. And let's see, where are we in everything? We're still in the stairs. Oh, I should probably tell you guys what I just did right there. So right now I want to select this little section right here. By default, it's not going to let you do that, but if you sit here and hit tab, it will change between modes. So right now I'm doing mask selection, and if I try and click on that section, it is unlocked now, but usually it's easier to just sit here and hit tab until, sorry, I had it highlighted already, until it highlights the correct piece you want. So if there's a bunch of overlapping stuff somewhere and you want to select one thing, you can hit tab until you get the right thing. So I'm going to delete this right here so you can actually walk onto there. And then I'm going to hit the green check mark. I think we're good on everything right there. Oh, except for the railing right here. So we'll edit the path of our railing. And all I'm going to do is just delete that section. And then we'll see if it plays nice with that. Oh, that's because we don't need this whole section of railing. Actually, we do technically, huh? Single sketch, blah, okay. It wants me to do the railing differently. Let's see. Yeah, discard the edits. So we'll just redraw our railing here. Again, that's in, let's see, oh, sorry, not stairs, it's next to stairs. Is the railing option here. So we'll just draw our own railing in this case, and let's see if I can, oh, what's the width there? We'll do an offset of 1 inch. And so I will just draw it up along here. It does have chain checked, so we're good on that. I'll go to here. Oh, that's going to be goofy. We'll have to edit that. And we'll just draw this around here. I should have gone on the other side. So let's just kind of tweak this a little bit. And just connect those lines in there. So now we have that exterior railing, check mark. Rail is not continuous. Really? What did I miss? Oh, I missed something. Don't worry about this for now. What did I do? What did I not do? I should just do it here in the stairs. Let's see. We don't want that. It's not going to let us do it. There's a way to do it. Okay, I figured it out. I was doing one step wrong. Yeah, go ahead and cancel. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did I just delete my stairs? Oh, no. Not again. Alright. We'll draw them again. Alright, so stairs. Again, run right. Check all my settings. Let's do the 3'6" wide this time since we're doing it. All those look good. Okay, level 1. Draw it along. And then I'm going to draw it here, so I just get that one step right there. Come over here, finish it up, switch to a landing. We'll draw the landing, and it was getting a little weird too about that. Let me see if I can get it a little bit better in this one. So just adjust this to 3'6", and then complete. We'll delete that section right there. Okay, the thing I missed, actually let's finish that. We'll delete, okay, so we need to edit this railing, and we need to delete this whole section right here so that that arrow ends up there. That's what I would screw it up on. Okay, and then if we need another railing, we can come back here. And the other thing I didn't do is I didn't choose the second option here in railing, which is the one that you actually want to use for stairs. And this is going to be one that we'll have a second one here. We'll edit this path, and we'll have this one only go up to right there. And then this one should be just a handrail. Nope, it's got the whole thing. Oh. Well, we can change it. There are ways, again, just like everything else in Revit, where you can go in here, edit the types, change all the different weird little settings in here. So if I wanted to, where is it? Height, type of bar that you have, so the top rail. If we wanted to change this from a 1.5 inch to a 1-inch handrail, I mean, again, settings in here are crazy. So you get a slightly thinner rail at the top, like, again, all kinds of crazy things you can do in Revit with some of those settings. But there we have a set of stairs with a handrail. Technically, this should be built slightly differently, but I don't know. We're going a little bit further than I planned on with this demo. So that is going to be the lecture covering the doors, windows, and stairs, and then we will get into your milestone here in the next video.